We're joined now by NBC News analyst and former Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill and Rich Lowry, editor of the National Review. Good morning to both of you. Well, this one goes to both of you, and I know we've all seen a few things, but was this the most acrimonious setting for a State of the Union that y'all can remember? I mean, on both sides?
By far. And I believe in grace notes, so I think the president should have shook her hand. But ripping up the speech afterwards is an incredibly petty gesture, and I think speaks to a deep frustration. But she should have known when she started impeaching them that eventually this day would come where he'd either be acquitted or on the verge of acquittal and standing there in that majestic chamber making the case for himself. What
did you think, Senator? I mean, obviously you're a Democrat. She's a Democrat. Did you like the display of ripping up the speech?
Not my favorite, but it was a speech that was full of lies. I'm stunned that we have an American president that has no respect for honesty whatsoever. So that was hard to listen to. And really, we've never had a president that goes out of his way to divide us, to throw gasoline on the culture wars in this country instead of trying to find a way to unite everyone. That's what State of the Unions have always been in America, but not under Donald Trump.
There was a lot for the base in this speech, which I guess is his reelection strategy. Do you think it's going to be effective?
Well, I think it was mixed, and I think people who have a deep distaste for Donald Trump would miss it. Yes, there were the cultural issues for his base: abortion, immigration, guns. But a lot of the speech
Rush
was
Limbaugh.
Rush. I love Rush, but only conservatives are going to love that gesture. But there's a lot in the speech that was meant to take the edge off his image, touting feel-good stories over and over again from the gallery, and touting initiatives that most people would think are completely reasonable. Planting trees, going to Mars. So it's my belief that if all he did was give speeches like this, he'd be above 50% approval and a clear favorite for re-election.
Well, his approval rating in the Gallup poll went up to 49%. Still not a majority, so you got to keep it in perspective. But that's the highest of his presidency in this particular poll. I mean, Democrats, you feel like they're facing an uphill battle?
Well, it's a 50-50 country right now. Yeah. So a lot of it will depend on voter enthusiasm, who shows up. There are just as many people who can't stand Donald Trump as those who think he's great. So who's going to decide this election? All those people who voted for Barack Obama and then Donald Trump. Those are the voters that are going to make the difference in November. And those need to be the voters that all of the Democrats are focused on.